Hey everyone, this is Teresa from Base 10 Montessori, and today I want to show you a little bit more with the stamp game. In my last presentation, I showed you how to do an introduction to the stamp game. I showed you how to do both static and dynamic addition, and now I want to show you how to do static and dynamic subtraction. So just like last time with addition, we're going to remind the child what each operation is. Give that definition again, right? What is subtraction? And in Montessori, we tell the child with the golden bead system what the definition of subtraction is, and that is when we have a larger number and we take away a smaller number to make an even smaller number. So what we're going to do today is we're going to remind the child what is the definition of subtraction, and then because the stamp game is the place where we give language for all the parts of the operation, we're also going to show the child each part of the operation and give the language for it, such as, you see this top number up here? This top number, the one that we build first in subtraction, we call that the minuend. And this number at the bottom, the number we're going to take away in subtraction, we call that the subtrahend. And the empty boxes right here, that's where we're going to put our answer. And in subtraction, we call the answer the difference. We're also going to introduce the child to the symbol for subtraction so that they can identify the symbol for subtraction as well. So that's what that sign looks like when we're doing subtraction. That's what we're going to use, the subtraction sign. So I've already set up our first part of our subtraction problem for today. So I've set up our minuend. And here we have our minuend, and now we have to do our subtrahend. So our subtrahend is what we're taking away. Let's take a look. How many units are we going to take away here? We're going to take away 2 units. So let's do that. 1, 2. Our minuend, our subtrahend. What are we going to do with these 2 units now that we've taken them away? We're going to put them back in the box. So our top number is 3 tens. And how many tens are we going to take away? 1. Again, you can see the minuend, subtrahend. We're going to take it away. And of course, our answer is right here. There's our difference. And now let's move on to our hundreds. We have 700. How many are we going to take away? We're going to take away 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've taken away 500, minuend, subtrahend. Take it away. And now we have our difference. What's our difference? 2. Let's move on to our thousands. We've got 6,000. How many are we going to take away? 2. All right, let's take a look at what our answer is. And what do we call the answer? The difference. In subtraction, the answer is called the difference. So what's our difference in units? 2. What about our tens? 2 tens, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4,000. So what's the answer of the difference? Let's tell the whole story this time. Let's tell the whole story. We started out with 6,734. We took away 2,512. When we did that, our answer is 4,222. That's the difference. Now, that's pretty simple, right? You build your minuend and you take away. That's pretty easy. So now I want to show you how to do dynamic subtraction, because that one gets a little trickier. That one you might have to sit next to your child or your student for a little bit until they get this one. I'm going to fold this over so that we look at the number that we're currently working with and not the number that we've already done. So let's build our minuend, and I'm going to cheat just a little bit. I'm going to use the stamps that are out to build my minuend. How many tens? I've got 2 already. Let's do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. How many hundreds? We need 400. And how many thousands? We just have one, or 5,000. This is why you have to keep track of what you're doing. Sometimes, now, this is actually a good learning moment because sometimes children do that too, right? They look at the wrong one. So sometimes I take that ruler and I cover up the subtrahend because it gets a little confusing if you're looking at the wrong thing, especially when you're like me and you're trying to record something on your phone and do math at the same time. It's not easy. So if your child does have an issue where they're not looking at the right number, try doing what I'm doing right here and just cover the subtrahend up so that they only see the minuend. Okay, so 1, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the right number. So there we go. Now I can take that off. And I'm going to move this a little bit over here. There we go. And now take a look. We've got 1 and we need to take away 7. Now, before I get into this, remember that the child has already seen subtraction, both static and dynamic, in the Golden Bead system if you're following along with the Montessori curriculum. If you haven't been following along with the Montessori curriculum and this is your first time doing it, just go slow and just do this over and over again in different categories until your child understands it. It might be a little confusing at first, but again, they've seen exchanging in addition, so now we're moving on to subtraction. And borrowing can be a little bit confusing, but it's going to be the same idea, but in reverse. So take your time, don't go through it quickly, and just emphasize that when we can't do something, we have to go to the next one higher in subtraction, and we have to borrow. So let me show you what that looks like. So the child is going to look at their operation, and I'm going to say, take away 7. Oh no. You just keep on saying, well, we need to take away 7. And the child's going to say, I can't do that. So what are we going to do? Well, we have to borrow from the next one higher. What's the next one higher? In this one, it's 10. So we're going to borrow this. We need to take this 10. And we need to take this 10 and turn it into units. How many units make 10? 10 units. All right, let's get 10 units out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I don't know if you can see it, probably went off the camera. So we have 10 units here, and we are going to trade this 10 for 10 units. So I've made 10 units. I don't need this anymore because I've turned it into units. So we're going to put it back in the box. So now we're ready to connect. Connect it all together. And then you can say, now can we take away 7 units? Let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stop. Did you do it? Yep, we did it. There we go. So we have our answer right here. And now we can move on. And it's okay if you want to write your answer, do each category at a time and write your answer. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4 is our answer. The difference, right? And now we're going to move on to our 10s. How many 10s are we going to take away? 3. 1, 2, 3. What's our answer? The difference is 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're in our hundreds. We have 400 and we're going to take away 2. We took away 2. What's our answer? What's the difference? 2. And now we're in our thousands. We got 5,000. We're going to take away 1. How many's left over? 4, right? So let's tell the story. We started out with our minuend of 5,481. We took away the subtrahend, 1,237. We got our answer, which is the difference, of 4,244. And there you go. That's how you do dynamic subtraction. Pretty easy, right? So I've shown you how to do both static and dynamic subtraction today. Next week, I'm going to do multiplication. Then after that, we'll do some division, that's my favorite. Division's my favorite. And then we'll go through the changing game in case you need a little bit of extra help with exchanging. Not so much with borrowing, but it will help with exchanging. So that's all I have for you today. If you liked this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody you know, and comment below if you liked it. Comments always help. And of course, as always, if you like what I'm doing here, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.